It's canning time. I'm getting ready to can some apples here. There's my apples. They're Granny Smith. I got them for 50-something cents a pound. And I have maybe 15 pounds there. I don't know. Well, I don't know how many I've got there. I just got a bunch of them. Here's my jars. I did them in the microwave, but I'm keeping them hot in my canner. I'm going to do this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to can these apples with absolutely no sugar, absolutely no sweetener. I don't like sugar. Ernie can always add sugar after the fact. So we are going to can these. I'll show you how I do it. I'm going to use the water bath canner, and I'm going to can these. I'll go step by step with absolutely no sugar, absolutely no spices, and absolutely no sweetener of any kind. So these will be plain apples. So we'll do little snippets and I'll show you how it works. I just realized something when I told you absolutely no spices, that I meant like cinnamon or something, mace or something to that effect. Allspice, whatever the people put in their apples. I am going to put, now when I chop these apples up, I had a good dose of, they were in a good dose of lemon juice and water. I am going to add a little bit of lemon juice here, and of course I will add a little bit of lemon juice to the bottom of each jar. So here's my lemon juice. Now that's only to keep them from going brown. That's pretty common in canning, that you put the lemon juice in the bottom of each jar, and that you use pectin or whatever the case might be, whatever you normally use to keep your fruit from turning brown. Well, I want plain fruit, and I don't want all that artificial pectin and stuff in here. Apples have a lot of their own pectin. They'll do just fine. Just had to get that lemon juice back in there. When I chopped them up, I had real nice strong lemon juice water to keep them from turning brown, but now that they're in this plain water, you can see they're turning brown again, and I don't want that to happen. So there they go, and we're going to bring this up to a boil, and we're not going to cook them like mushy. We're just going to cook them until they're soft. So I'll bring you back. Okay, the apples are at a boil right now. I don't want to cook them till they're mushy. I just want to cook them until they're soft. I'm going to give them about 5 more minutes, because there's a lot of apples. Look how big that pot is. There's a lot of apples in there. So we're just going to give them a couple more minutes. That certainly looks good. And I went ahead and turned off the jars, because they were already cleaned in the in the dishwasher. So let's turn these apples down just a little bit. And we'll give them about 10 minutes. Okay. I may not have enough jars. Oh gosh. Look at that. That looks good. That's just right. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and freeze what doesn't fit in my jars. So let me get my jars out of there, and I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. I'm starting to fill up my jars. I'm going to do 3 at a time. Fill up 3. Put the lemon juice in 3. Wipe the rims off and put them in the canner. So when I get done, I'll be right back. Now here's my next 3. Y'all, I want to remind you, I'm not going for beauty here. I'm not going for winning any contests. I just want some plain apples. And that's what we're doing. So here's the next 3. Okay, as you can see, most of what we got left here is juice and just bits and pieces. I have a few canning jars left. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start this canning jar, this canner. I got all the jars in there. With this is mostly juice. What I can strain out of there, I'm going to put in these jars and just put it in our refrigerator. I'm not going to can them. So I'll be back when I get these jars here full. Okay, I changed my mind. Instead of putting it in those jars, I went ahead and just put it in this container, and I'll put it in the refrigerator here when it cools off a little bit. And we'll mix that with cereal or something in the morning, or have some apples with cinnamon, however. But now here is my canning getting ready to take place. I'm going to add some hot water because the water needs to be above the jars a couple inches. So I'll do that and I'll get it started and we'll be back. Okay. That is not quite starting to boil. Well, yeah. Okay, I'm going to give it 15 minutes from right now. And then I will turn it off. So we'll be back in 15 minutes. Okay, it's been 15 minutes, so let's look, see how good. And as you can see, that is a rolling boil. So I'm going to turn it off. And I'm going to let it set for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to take the jars out. Okay, the jars are out of the canner. They're popped one. I got, what, 2, 4, 6, 8. I think those are, what are those, pints, half pints? I don't know. And then those 2 little jars back there. There's the apples that I decided to just go ahead and keep. I'll probably make some apple cobbler. Sounds good. And now remember, there's no sugar, no cinnamon, no sweetener of any kind, no nothing. These are just apples and, of course, the lemon water. So these are just apples. Now, I can use these now however I want to use them. I can use them for desserts. Just add a little sugar and cinnamon as we eat them. I can put them in anything I want to because there's no sugar, no cinnamon, no nothing, just plain apples. And that sounds so good to me because I don't like sugar. I think if you told me I wouldn't be able to have sugar for the rest of my life, I probably would maybe cry for about 5 minutes and that's it. I'm just not a sugar lover. So we'll go ahead and well, I don't think we're going to open one in the morning because there popped another one. Because we've got those apples right there. So there you go. This is how I can my apples. No sugar, no cinnamon, no spices, just lemon juice and water. And they look pretty good to me. Now they're not going to win any beauty prizes or anything, but they're going to taste good. Bye everybody. Thanks for watching.